Hello and welcome back to Stream On. I am Hollis. With me as always is Eila. Hello, Eila.
Hello.
We are very excited because we're jumping into what was a rewatch for me, maybe the third rewatch. This was, how many times have you rewatched Gilmore Girls, Eila?
No, I've only seen it once. There's no rewatch.
I know, I'm trying to shame you.
I am very late to this party, but so happy to be here.
I can't believe it. I can't believe
I
how late
know.
to the party you are. Yeah, it is
I
maybe my third rewatch of this series. But for Eila, it was her virgin trip.
yeah.
Yeah. But just first off, because I don't know who else I'll talk to who has seen it for the first time, what is your unvarnished take on Gilmore Girls?
I love it so much. It's so much fun. The writing is so good. The quality is just fantastic. I love the dialogue. The one-liners are hilarious. I mean, so many of the it seems like a lot of the characters have the same voice, which,
Yes.
which might, not ring the most true, but I almost don't
Mm,
care because it's so funny. I love the pop culture references.
yeah, you can forgive a lot in this
Yeah,
series.
right.
And yeah, it's pretty obvious that every single character is really a mouthpiece for Amy Sherman Palladino and her husband, Daniel, is it?
Yes. I'll hang
Um,
out with them any day if that's what
yeah.
they're producing.
Oh, I think you're probably right up their alley as well. Um, I think there's a reason that this show lends itself to multiple watchings, rewatchings every 3 years or so. It's a really good show to rewatch when the winter comes along because it is even a plot point that Lorelai Gilmore can smell snow when it's coming.
It is
The
a
sh-
wintry show. It's the town that they're in reminds me very much of Bedford Falls from It's a Wonderful Life.
yeah, it's a sweet bucolic town, Stars Hollow.
Who wouldn't want to live in a place called Stars Hollow?
I know. I was crestfallen when I found out it was not a real location. Rather, it was a studio backlot. It is where they
Yeah.
filmed The Good Place, the same
Yeah.
area, but they obviously made it look somewhat different. I think maybe I'll just give a little backstory for the uninitiated, the two or three people who might not have seen this, who you are no
Mhm.
longer in the ranks of, Eila.
That's okay.
Uh, the show concerns the quote unquote Gilmore Girls, Lorelai Gilmore, who had a baby when we pick up the show, 16 years before,
Yes.
and her child is also named Lorelai Gilmore, but she's nicknamed Rory. And the third Gilmore girl that doesn't get as much PR is Emily Gilmore, who is Lorelai's mother, who is a very rich lady. Her and her husband, Richard Gilmore, are of the hoity-toity Gilmores, which is a life that Lorelai eschewed when she ran away as a young pregnant girl to have her baby in Stars Hollow, and the town has kind of taken them in and raised Rory along with Lorelai. So they're very protective of Rory. And I think I've said it once before to you. I see Rory as the key to the whole show. She is the one sane character in this insane world of Stars Hollow, including her mother. Everyone is a
Right.
little askew, a little flighty, a little odd. And Rory is this one normal person. She's the Bob Newhart of that town.
Yeah. Well, is she also 16 when the show starts,
I believe
right?
so.
But she is like a 30-year-old in a 16-year-old body.
Yes, she's kind of a genius.
Right. She's a very gifted child. So she's not a typical child. Her best friend is this girl, Lane, who is also a bit more mature than the average 16-year-old, but she has much more of a regular kind of personality and life. She's not from the country club set like Rory is. Although
Mm,
Rory doesn't know this world because she's not been exposed to it at this point
right. But Rory
until the
has
show.
that within her. She has it in her genes, we
It's
find
just
out later.
right. And she's comfortable there when she finally ends up there.
She's so much more comfortable than Lorelai. And in some ways
Did you
it's kind of unfair because there's a difference between your grandparents doing something and your parents doing something. Like Lorelai gets triggered all the time by her parents, and
Well, Lorelai is a rebel. That's it. That
she is.
she's stunted. She's stuck at the age she was when she ran away to have the
Yes.
baby. So she's still like a 16-year-old. So in a way, her daughter is more mature than she is.
Lorelai is totally an arrested development case. She is, and I think she has a lot of trauma she never dealt with that has kept her stuck in neutral as well. I think she needs help.
Well, I have to say that I know you have strong feelings about Lorelai. I think that you might see her differently than the creators of the show. I think they think she is much more charming than you think she is.
Yes, her charms elude me. They definitely do. I
To
see her
be
as,
fair,
yeah.
I know. You think she's very problematic, and you make a good case. I'm not sure how I feel at this moment about her, but she is a funny character. She definitely means well. She tries to the best of her limited abilities to be a good mother.
Uh, all right, I'm going to challenge that because
Okay.
there's nothing about her trying to be a good mother when she's waking her kid up at midnight the day before a big test because she
Yeah,
needs cuddling or she needs Pop Tarts or she needs someone to talk at, not
but
really
I
to
think
talk to.
that's right. I think she doesn't know better. I think she just doesn't know how to do any better than that. I think her intentions are always good.
Well, so are her parents. So why
Yeah.
doesn't she give them a pass?
Well, she doesn't see it that way because
You
she's
see,
still 16.
that's what's so frustrating about her. You know,
Yeah.
that's a thing too. Is like you can never see your own problems with your parents in such relief as you can other people's, you know? And
But
it's
also, in that same vein, she's a much better parent to Lane, her daughter's best friend, than she is to her own daughter because she's only nurturing to her. She doesn't have needs that she wants met from Lane.
the thing Lane needs. Let's keep it in perspective. What Lane needs is a lack of boundaries and
Yeah,
total
right.
fun. And that's why you go to Lorelai. So she's not even getting parenting from Lorelai. She's getting some of that best friend stuff that gets showered on Rory from Lorelai. Because Mrs. Kim is all discipline and all. Mrs.
Lane's
Kim
mom.
is
Yeah.
every part of the parent that's missing from Lorelai. And
Yeah.
Lorelai
Right.
is every part of the parent that's missing from Mrs. Kim. So
They're
the
both
two of them,
extreme.
yeah,
Right.
they're total extremes, and they could each use a little bit of what the others got.
But I'm going
So,
to challenge you. I think in that scene very early on when Rory was at a sleepover at her
mhm.
grandparents and Lane was there, Lorelai did talk to her. She was having a problem and Lorelai helped her out and let her stay there. And I think that wasn't so much about fun. I think she really was helping her in a parental kind of way.
Okay, no, hey, I'm not saying she's the big villain on the
I know,
show. I'm
I know
saying she's got
that.
some problems.
And she absolutely does.
By the way, when
Yeah.
Lane was sleeping over and Lorelai was like, "Oh, I'm worried about her. I'm going to take care of her," the big like bellwether of like, "Oh, Lane's in trouble," was because Lane was playing The Cure in her room. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, you don't understand. This is another example of where you don't understand music. When you're
Yeah.
feeling bad, the Cure makes you feel good. It's not like this is mother's milk. You listen to the Cure when you're feeling bad. You listen to them when you're feeling good. They're all kinds of music. Okay. So get out of here with that. She's in trouble.
I appreciated their music choices for the most part. I liked a lot of the
Hmm.
same music that they talk about on the show.
Right. But I've told you how it drove me crazy, especially when the band starts talking music. I just want to
Yeah,
knock them out because
I
they
know.
don't understand these bands at all when they start crossing all of them together. And I'm like, you
Yeah,
don't
but
know what,
I mean, kids
yeah.
would do that if they thought they knew older bands that they don't know anything about. I could see that.
Yeah, but the same dialogue comes out of Sebastian Bach's mouth, and
Okay.
he's a grown up.
That's
So I don't buy it. You don't know what the Smiths are. You don't know what the Jam is. You don't just shut up.
but
Oh, I want
Sebastian
to kill
Bach
him.
does. Why wouldn't he tell them?
He's drawn as just another band member.
I know.
But I'll tell
It's
you,
true.
they do the girls dirty on that show
Yes.
because Lane Kim was supposed to be hooked up with Adam Brody's character, but he ended up getting the OC, so they took him away. So then they were just like, well, we were going to have him be with the band guy. So they teamed him up with Zach. So she
Ugh,
gets this stiff who is like, this
horrible.
guy's unwatchable.
Yeah, she would have been better off without any man. She didn't need a boyfriend.
Oh, well, that's a refrain in every TV show and movie that I see with a woman character. It's like you can be perfectly strong on your own. You don't need a male character at all.
And look what he did to her. He he got her pregnant on their honeymoon.
On the beach in Mexico.
Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, why did she get married at what? What was she, 19 at
There
the
was
most?
no reason to get married.
When did she get married? And then, so she's this extremely young mother with, what does she have? Twins, triplets? I don't know. She has a lot of kids. It
At
feels.
least twins.
I don't
Yeah,
know. She is saddled and just like her life is over already. She
it's
has,
terrible. People are
uh,
throwing their dirty laundry on the drums.
right, right.
Yeah,
Uh, and then does it turn out she doesn't even want to do music by the end of the show?
probably. Yeah, she's
I don't
she's
know.
going to become her mom anyway. She'll probably take over that antique store.
Oh, yeah, the show is not kind to Lane.
Another woman it does dirty is Suki. Suki is adorable.
Hmm.
Suki's a cutie pie and she's good
Yeah.
at her job. And they team her up with Jackson, who's a real stiff. She can get a better man than Jackson. She can swing a fucking sack of potatoes and hit a better guy than this produce guy.
I'm not sure why you hate him so much. I mean, I don't think he's great, but he's better than Zach.
Well, here's the deal. If you know you're going somewhere with a character, and
Mhm.
they hooked them up, I think season one, if you know you're going to bring these two together, cast somebody better for the guy part. Don't
Yeah.
don't do her dirty like that. Get a better man in her life. I
And
don't
this
know.
is
It's
Melissa
unfair.
McCarthy we're talking about. She needs a real partner.
She does. She needs somebody to joust with.
There was a cameo by her husband in one of the episodes.
Get out of here. I didn't know that. Who is
Oh
he?
yeah. I forget who he plays, but he's in one scene. You see him coming in.
Oh, wow. There was this one character they brought on that, he was this chef they used to be with, and it was like he was interested in her, but she was already taken by Jackson. And I'm like, I'd rather see Suki, her character, go on a million dates or like, have a few episode arcs with different guys like they do with Lorelai. But
And she too, they gave a baby and then she has nothing to do.
ah, yeah.
We don't
And
need
it's
babies on shows.
we don't need babies.
Yeah.
Babies on a show have never been a good idea.
No.
The only one that ever pull it off and the show gets better is Lucille Ball. I Love Lucy. Nobody else could handle a baby.
That was just a groundbreaking show all over. So,
Yeah, yeah.
all right. My favorite character is Emily Gilmore, played by the amazing Kelly Bishop, original Sheila in a chorus line.
That would be what set the hook with you.
Oh, it's because she's so brilliant on this show. What a performance. And she's so funny. She's got the best one-liners of anyone.
Oh, hands down. And I mean, it's such a rarity. We talked about some of it in the Rob Reiner tribute we did, where he was so perfect for Mike Stivic. It's very rare when a character and an actor or actress like meet at exactly the right time. And Kelly Bishop may be even been a few years too old or not old enough for the role. I don't even know, but she's pitch perfect.
Oh
It
my God.
worked out just right.
I
I can't
totally
picture
believe
anyone
her.
else.
No, I totally buy her as Graham's mother. And if their characters speak in a similar voice, it makes sense because she could have learned it from her mother. They're
Yeah.
just their sense of humor. They speak similarly, but they have different points of view. And I just, uh, and I'm gonna say that she's not the villain that she gets portrayed as. She's such a good character. She only is trying to help Lorelai and Rory. All she wants in return is to have them in her life.
Yeah. It's kind of in one way, it's kind of sad the deal she has to make to get them to
And
have
what's the deal? Share it. People might not know.
in order to get the money to pay for Chilton, the expensive school that Rory goes to, Lorelai borrows money from her parents, and in return, Lorelai and Rory have to go to one night a week dinner at
Friday
their
dinner.
parents'
Yeah.
house. Friday night dinners.
Is she borrowing the money or are they just paying for it? I think they're just paying for it.
They're paying for it, but Lorelai has forced them to accept the deal that she will pay them back.
Oh, okay. So that it is a loan then.
Yeah. So much so is it alone that she frustrates her mother by as soon as her father gives her money, she immediately uses it to pay her mother back,
Yeah, right.
which is so annoying. So
Oh,
annoying. Like she,
she's so
for someone who gets her buttons pushed by her mother all the time and who she feels she knows her mother so well all the time,
mhm.
she has no idea how to play her mother at all. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Well, what are her issues with her mother in the first place? Is it just that she doesn't want to be her? She just doesn't want to live that lifestyle?
I think it's the same thing that we see a lot across all kinds of parents of every economic strata, which is that they view their children as an extension of themselves. Don't embarrass us. Make us proud. You know, hit all of the notes that we need you to hit so that we can tell our people at the country club that you're this, 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 and this. I see both sides of it, I have to say, because Lauren Graham's character to me seems very ungrateful,
Yes.
you
Right.
know?
Because, we've talked about this off the air, that she's privileged and she always has that safety net to fall back on. So she really doesn't have to struggle. She's really
Yes.
never does struggle in reality because anytime it gets tough, she just goes to her parents for money.
Yes. She kind of is playing at being a blue collar person,
Right. Because she's not.
but every once in a while, she's not afraid to ring that bell when she needs
Yeah,
it for Rory or whatever.
right.
So there's something hypocritical in there that I think sets off her mother. And it's like,
Her
well,
mother sees that.
yeah,
Right.
the mother sees that.
Right. Like it's good when you need it, but not so good when you don't want us.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about Lorelai as far as her dating life on the show.
All right.
The world weariness with which you responded to that. I love it.
I don't think she's made the best choices. Well, all right, let's talk about Rory's dad because he becomes a character on the show,
Christopher.
Christopher. And are we supposed to think that they were meant to be together? I don't think so.
I think we're supposed to think what Lorelai thinks, which is that Christopher and her are so perfect together. They're
Hmm.
kind of written the same way to
Yeah,
accentuate that.
because he's a rebel too.
Because he's a rebel too. And if
He
Christopher can
comes from
ever
the
get
same
his life
background.
together, can get all of his crap in a row, they're going to be together and they'll be a family unit like they were always intended to be.
Right. And this does happen on and off throughout the show. They get back together, and he does get his life together at one
Eventually.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. But the timing
Um,
never works out.
no. And I'm not sure he is a good choice for her. First of all, high school boyfriend, red flag. In most cases, you need to grow. You shouldn't, sometimes it works out, and it
Yeah.
used to work out more in the past when people
Hmm.
didn't, have such different life experiences. But,
Right.
in this day and age, you have to mature and grow as a person and, maybe not settle down with a person who you knew at a very young age because, it might limit where you can go with that person.
Yes. Yes. Um, I think, again, we talked about this sometime. I really liked her and Digger being together, who was Richard's partner at one point until Richard screws him over.
Right.
But she and Digger are from the same rarefied air.
Yeah. He's the son of the partner.
He's the son of the,
Right. Right.
well,
It
he's the
makes
son of his, no, he's the son of his previous partner. And
right.
then
That's what
Richard
I'm
goes
saying.
solo
Yeah.
and
Right.
Digger becomes Richard's partner.
Oh, right, 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 right. Yes.
And then Richard screws him over and goes back to work with his father. So these are two people who come from that world, and yet they both pushed it away and wanted to become their own people.
He was an
And
okay choice for her, but not exciting. I don't know. I felt like,
not exciting, but he can hold his own, as she
yeah,
said.
he can.
And I loved his dog.
Yeah. audience from episode one is rooting for her to be with Luke,
Yes,
the owner of
which
the coffee shop. Which she loves coffee more than anything.
she does. He
So
manufactures her drug of choice, as
that's
Michael
right.
Douglas says in The Wonder Boys.
Now
Um,
you're not such a fan of Luke. I like him, but I know you have strong feelings about Luke.
yeah, you've said it. You hit the nail on the head. As I said before, Scott Patterson as Luke Danes. If you know you're going somewhere
Hmm.
with a character, a will they, won't they thing, I think you have to cast for that. And
You think he doesn't hold his own?
I don't see him as a romantic lead. I'm sorry.
Really? Huh. Oh,
Yeah,
that surprises me.
maybe it's my aversion to backwards baseball caps, but I just it makes my skin crawl, and I just don't see him as having the emotional depth. He's a townie.
He is, but so is she. She doesn't leave the town. Once she gets there,
Well, you know what's frustrating? Maybe they are perfect together because she never wants to leave her house. She wants to live the same life she's lived with Rory, and yet occasionally wake up with Luke.
right?
He wants to live the same life he's always lived. He wants to
Yeah,
sleep above the store, except occasionally wake up to Lorelai.
right.
Uh, they want things separate, but I don't know how you get a life together like that.
Well, I don't know. I think he understands her in a way that some of the other men didn't. And he doesn't put up with as much of her carrying on. She might be allowed to with other people.
But that has an ugly side too. Like
How so?
he compartmentalizes. He will not let her into certain parts of his life,
Hmm.
especially with regards to his daughter. And that was one of the things so frustrating about the reboot, where you pick up these characters 15 years later and everyone's still stuck in neutral,
Hmm.
where or reverse,
Or
as
worse.
in Rory's case.
Yeah,
And
Rory.
Luke still refers to his daughter, who by then is like in college, as like, she is mine. You take care of Rory, she's mine. And it's like, oh my God, you're a monster.
Well,
I want to kill this guy.
that seems harsh to call him a monster. I think he was a good father figure to Rory, though.
Outstanding father figure. You know who was also a great father figure to Rory? Max Medina. They
Yeah,
both have a lovely scene where they lament the fact that he couldn't be her stepfather. They both
right.
wanted it, but
Yeah,
Lorelai didn't know what she wanted and blew up everything.
she did. That seems to be Lorelai's MO. She blows things up.
Why aren't you more careful about who you bring into your daughter's life and
Right.
when you introduce it and all that?
She should never have dated him though in the first place. Her daughter's teacher. That's just it's too close.
No, but again, she doesn't give a shit about Rory and
Right.
what makes her life more complicated.
She doesn't know how to be a good parent.
She doesn't. She
Yeah,
just wants what she wants when she wants it.
I know. Emily is a much better parent than Rory, I have to say. And then Lorelai.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
And
the way that Emily is drawn too, it makes it so much sweeter when she lets her guard down and has like a nice moment
remember the
with,
episode she was wearing jeans?
oh, yeah, it was great. She was Marie Kondoing everything.
Yeah.
She was getting rid of everything. That's all she could find. A shirt that says candies.
Yeah. And that's where you see the real Kelly Bishop, probably.
Absolutely. Oh, so
What
good.
about the period of time when Rory lived with her grandparents?
Yeah, she was rudderless living in the pool house, which they
Yeah.
redecorated for her, and she was
Which
having
was this amazing
sleepovers.
house. Yeah.
Oh,
But now, this wasn't Rory's best period in her life, but they did give her what she needed at that time, and they recognized that it wouldn't be forever. They were good parents for her, even the grandparents. But
yeah.
they understood that she needed this time, I think.
Well, I don't know. That's when they went against Lorelai. They
Yeah.
had a plan. She went to them, lowered her guard, went to them for help. They stabbed her in the back as she sees it.
By doing that,
And
letting her live there.
because they were going to get her, that's when she wanted to drop out of Yale.
Right.
And she was going to get them back. And later on, even Richard Gilmore says we never should have gone against Lorelai. Like in that moment, because they kind of just stole her as Lorelai sees it. You always
Well,
wanted to take her away, and they did.
well, I don't see it that way. I think she came to them and they allowed it. But what happened? She went back to Yale. So I think she just needed
Mm.
this time and space. Had Lorelai just forced her to stay there, she might not have been happy about that choice, and she might not have stayed in the long run. Who knows? Who's to say?
Okay, all right. I thought at first you're just being a Kelly Bishop apologist, but you might
No.
have a point there. Yeah.
And also, that was when they weren't talking, right? There was a period when, and why weren't they
Yeah.
talking? Because she wouldn't do what Lorelai said.
Yeah, no, you're right. Fuck Lorelai. Yeah. No,
So
that's true. That's true.
she had to live with her grandparents because her own mother wouldn't talk to her. How do you not talk to your kid?
Yeah. Not only she wouldn't talk to her, so she didn't even know that Lorelai had gotten engaged
Right,
to
right.
Luke.
Yeah. And also, I don't know. She knows this is temporary. I don't think you get engaged when you're estranged from your kid. I think you wait.
Well, if you're a good parent, you don't.
Right. Because you don't just move on with your life forgetting about this kid.
Yeah, that was
Even
all
if she's
bad.
college age, still she
Right, right. All right. So, who is your favorite paramour of Rory?
Oh, well, we agree on this. This is easy. It's Jess.
Team Jess all the way.
Yeah, yeah. He's the only interesting choice for her.
It's the only interesting choice. He understands the magic of books. He writes in the margins. They share an intellectual life that her and the other guys don't share.
Who cares about the background? It doesn't matter about all the country club guys.
It doesn't. I'll tell you something else, too. Jess gets her back into Yale.
Is
Do you
that right?
remember?
No, I forgot.
Yes, because she's rudderless. She's living in the pool house. He says to her, after, Logan is a dick to him at dinner and they have a blow up, he's like, what's wrong with you, Rory? This isn't you.
Yeah.
And she's
I,
like,
I
well, no, he's whatever. She's like, I'm not talking about that asshole. I'm talking you. This isn't you. What is
yeah.
wrong with you? Like that, he's the turning point. He sees her in a way no other guy sees her.
And she can only see herself reflected by him
That's right.
because of that. So yeah, no, that's true. That's a
It's
really good
very
point.
telling. She
Yeah.
should have ended up with that guy.
It's almost a crime, the guy that they put her with in the reboot. That was ridiculous. You did not need that plot point.
No, it's jokey and it's beneath her character. I don't know why they do that.
No, he was such an idiot.
Well, what they do to Rory in general in that reboot is ridiculous. When she leaves the series, she's about to ride on a bus, the Obama bus, and cover what will assuredly be his election,
Hmm.
which oftentimes when that happens, it rockets you along your career path.
Right.
Instead, they pick up 15 years later and she's this rudderless freelance writer who can't even get a piece going anywhere. She has no idea what she wants to do.
And
And
why?
then
She got a degree from Yale. She worked in this campaign. It doesn't make sense.
it
She would
doesn't make
have had to
sense.
try to destroy everything that she built.
Yes, yes. I think Amy Sherman Palladino had an idea of how to end the original series where perhaps it even would have made sense. She's about to go on this bus and she turns to her mom and says, Mom, I'm pregnant. That is different. That is drama. And I could
That's
see
interesting. Yeah.
that being the plan.
But
But
like a 30-something-year-old Rory saying that, who cares?
no, it's like
That's
big
a
deal. We'll take
problem.
care of
Right.
this.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Paris, her friend Paris. Let's talk about her. Hey, no,
It
you're not
is.
Team Paris.
Paris needs help. I think Paris is even on 3 or 4 types of medication because she's a severe personality.
Well, so she starts out as a typical mean girl and she's just tormenting Rory at this new school.
Yeah,
Then they actually become best friends over time.
yeah. I think we've talked about the sweetest moment they share together is on spring break when everyone else is out there doing shots and swimming. and
Yeah.
they're in their hotel room with a pizza watching Bill Moyers or
Right.
watching, Joseph Campbell and this special.
Because
Like
they recognize that they're different in the same way.
they are different in the same way. They're overachievers and they're just a cut above all the rest of them.
Right. They're overachievers with very different approaches. Paris
Yeah.
is way too aggressive.
But I do like that Paris is kind of the alpha with these girlfriends who are like, pretty kind of frivolous, kind of
Stupid. They're idiots.
they're stupid and they're vacuous, but they're also popular. Like it's weird to me that Paris is she's not seen as a nerd. She's seen as the alpha of this
Right.
group. It's kind of
That's
weird in a
true.
way.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like Mean Girls, but if Regina George was smart.
Valedictorian, yeah.
Hey, not that
That's
she,
bizarre.
isn't smart, but you know what I mean, right? If
Right,
she, you know,
right. Did we jump too quickly over Rory's boyfriends? Did we just settle on Jess? Do you want to
yeah, I
talk
think we
about?
just. Is there anybody that we really need to talk about? All right, Dean. Dean was a big factor
Yeah.
in the first.
Do you
Um,
see what Lorelai saw? Is he the ideal first boyfriend?
yeah, I think so because he's sweet.
He's
He
just a
didn't
teddy
challenge
bear.
her all that much. Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah.
was good for like a starter boyfriend. Yeah,
Right. Although he does have the caveman ideals, as we saw in the Donna Reed
it doesn't
episode.
matter because she's not going to end up with him. So who cares?
She's not going to end up with him.
She was never supposed to.
She
It's
was never supposed to.
so when he got married a year later, again, this show likes to marry them off young. It didn't matter. I mean, they made it seem like she was upset by it, but she was so much better off without him. And remember when they rekindled when he was married?
Yeah, not cool. Again, what are you
She
what are
didn't
you
need.
doing to Rory's character?
Yeah,
Like that's
but
not
also,
her.
she didn't need him in her life. He was never going to not treat her well. He treated her nicely, but he could never be what she needed.
This show in general has a lot of backward ideas. There's some
Hmm.
trad wife shit going on. There's some kind of like anti-feminist stuff. There's a lot of slut shaming actually that
Is
goes
there?
on.
Okay.
Yeah. The oh, you're so sweet. You wouldn't even see it. um but yeah, I think that there's not going to be a time where Rory is just like, you know what? I'm just going to be my own person for a while. I'm going to work on my shit. I have definite ideas of what I want to do in life. Guys are just getting in the way. And likewise, Lorelai would never see that, you
Right. Yeah.
know?
Yeah. They're always dealing with boyfriends.
Yeah.
What about Doyle, Paris's boyfriend?
I love him. I loved him on Buffy.
I didn't watch Buffy.
Oh, there's
I
one
know.
that
I
we
know.
got to try and get you back into. Yeah, no, he's great. I loved him. They had to retcon a little bit of his character where to make us believe that he would be with Paris. They made him a little more eccentric or whatever. I do
Yeah.
like how he and Paris got together with the speed dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he challenges her.
He challenges her. Yeah, it's great. And he's sweet. But again, I hate the way they break up later and
Hmm.
they have kids or whatever. But Doyle is such a funny little character. I love when he gets sick and she has
Yeah.
Nanny take care of him because she doesn't
Yeah.
want to touch him.
Nanny, who was really more of a mother to her than her mother was. She had
Yeah.
terrible parents. Her parents were absent
Yeah. And
90% of the
it's
time.
so sweet though that she has Nanny and Nanny's kids come to the graduation.
Yeah.
And Paris
Right.
is overjoyed that they're there for her because that's her
Yeah.
real family.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Paris has levels.
she does. I think Paris is cool. I like Paris. And
Mm.
then, she has a career later on in
Of,
fertility.
of sorts, yeah. She's big in fertility.
Right.
Yeah. That's just like Paris to to make a killing money-wise in something that you would expect uh, people to get into for all the right reasons of
Yeah.
emotion and
Right.
sweetness.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention Sally Struthers.
You got it right, baby. She's yeah,
She's a bit of a cartoon on this, but I love it.
she is. I'm glad anytime that they not throw a bone, but that they kind of like find a part for someone who's paid their dues. And
Yeah.
Sally Struthers gets teamed up with
Liz Torres, another
Liz Torres.
member of All in the Family. I
Yes,
don't
an
think they were
alum.
on All in the Family at the same time, though.
No, I think she was
She
put
started
on as like a maid to kind
when
of
Gloria left.
when Gloria left, and then I think she was on Bunker's Place or whatever Archie's Place they called it for a while or something. But yeah, they both did time with Carol O'Connor.
That's right. So that's a nice nod to my favorite show.
It is. I put it to you. I catch a little bit of like Sally Struthers almost doing a Ruth Gordon impression.
Yeah,
Hey, over there, with the gestures and
yeah.
the,
You
you
don't see
know,
any Gloria Stivic in there.
there is no Gloria's gone.
I
Yeah.
know. It's amazing that that's the same actor.
Yeah. And her partner in that, this jazz playing tall Muppet looking guy, is just it's a sweet, she's so little, he's so tall.
Yeah.
And when we were rewatching it this last time, my wife and I totally thought the husband died at some point. But I think we were just kind of mixing up the funeral she had for her cat
No,
with him not being in it all the time. And we
right.
were like, oh, he disappears. But Morty is his name.
Of
But
course.
yeah. Yeah. And she's got those garden gnomes,
Yeah,
Pierpont, and the rest
yeah.
of so good.
There's one other big character that we have not yet mentioned.
Is it Kirk?
It is.
The town mascot?
It's that, yeah, I don't know what he is. I don't know, but he is
He's
right.
all things to all people. He's got a million jobs.
He's the comic relief of the
He
show.
is. And you told me something about him I had no idea.
His brother is James Gunn, the director.
Ridiculous. So he's set for life.
He's good. He'll work.
He'll work. Yeah. He's in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, he's fun on this show. It's always
He's
he
so
doesn't
much
have
fun.
major storylines, but when he has something, it's fun.
It
Except when he
is.
gets a girlfriend. He's a pretty bad boyfriend.
I love his girlfriend. She's beautiful. She's better than he deserves.
Oh yeah. And she's devoted to him.
She is. She's what is her name? Lulu.
Lulu, okay.
Lulu. She's such a sweet-faced actress, Rinnie Bell.
So
Yeah,
he doesn't
she's
know how to treat her well. Doesn't Luke have to
no.
pull him aside at one point and like teach him how to be a boyfriend?
Yeah, well, because he's feeling himself and he keeps thinking he has to be a certain way to be successful or something. But Luke reminds him of just how he
Yeah,
hit the lottery with
that's
Lulu.
right.
But it just goes to show you there's somebody for everyone.
Yeah,
Like
I guess so.
she loves Kirk and she's so
Yeah.
proud of him when he does all he does.
Most people, most sane people would be embarrassed by him.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But Kirk is also somebody who you can tell what's going on in the real world of filming based on what they have him doing on the show. Like when David Blaine was big and doing all of his stunts, Kirk put himself in a cube high above Stars Hollow,
Right.
where you could apparently talk to him.
Right.
But so he's like, you can tell what's going on in the world, but also he's got a million jobs and he's got the money from those jobs, as we see later when he outbids Luke for a house.
Right.
He's just an interesting, quirky character.
Yeah. It would be nice to have gotten more of a peek of some of the other characters.
Yeah, it's true. I'm sure he can do all sorts of things because he's a filmmaker himself.
Yeah. Um, all right. We talked about Luke's daughter. We
Mm.
didn't need her. That storyline never needed to be. Sorry that
No.
never happened.
Yeah, they were just looking to complicate Lorelai's life by complicating Luke's, it seems.
But they didn't need to because she would, they could have easily found a reason for her to mess things up with nothing happening. That would have
Yeah,
been
isn't that the truth?
just because she couldn't handle a good thing.
Right, right. Or Luke himself. He doesn't need help screwing things up.
Right.
God
Well, there was
knows.
had another girlfriend, a photographer who came,
His original girlfriend, his big girlfriend who broke his
right,
heart initially.
and
Yeah.
who the whole town loved. Remember that?
Right,
Lorelai
right.
had to find out about her
That's right. I forget her name, but
too. Remind me because I don't remember. Do Lorelai and Luke end up together in the reboot in the end?
I believe they do.
They do. Okay.
unfortunately. They end up we're right on the well, actually we see them elope.
Oh, that's when they had that secret wedding in the gazebo.
Yes. And it's one of a few times that the Paladinos get to have this weird dance kind of sequence or
Uh,
something. It becomes a little otherworldly. Um, but yeah, we leave when Rory drops the bomb on her mom. It's the morning of the big wedding, but it will just be a party with, no stress because they eloped the night before in
that's right. I
this
forgot.
town
I
square.
didn't remember if that was the original or the reboot.
Right, right. I want to bring up a couple of friends of Rory's in college that I like, which is
Okay.
Lucy and Olivia. We get my beloved Kristen Ritter as
Hmm.
Lucy and Michelle Ong Kingo as Olivia Marquardt. They are grown up, grown ass friends of Rory's.
Yeah.
Finally, she gets some people who don't have an axe to grind, who aren't crazy like Paris,
Right.
who aren't frivolous like Olivia or whoever.
Right.
And still, they have to break her up with them because
Yeah.
of this
What happened?
jackass. Because Marty has this crush on Rory, and she liked Logan. So Marty went away. And then later, Kristen Ritter is referring to the boyfriend. And it turns out to be Marty.
Oh,
And
right.
he pretends not to know Rory.
Bad move.
Bad move.
Why?
And,
Why wouldn't he just say?
but Rory should have gone to Kristen Ritter's friend. She should have gone to Lucy's friend, Olivia, and been like, hey, listen, something happened yesterday. It was really weird, but I want to tell you because. And then she's covered.
Right. That's true.
Drives me crazy. But then
And it's
again, I
not like
have the benefit of watching.
that's true. But she wasn't pining over this guy. So, I don't even see what the problem was. But the fact that they kept it from her, I guess.
Yeah, Logan blows it up because
Yeah.
Logan's a dick.
He doesn't care.
Ah,
He wants what he wants.
I hate
All
that
right.
guy.
So you recently shamed me because I never watched Mad Men, and now I am watching it, and I love it so much. And I just got up to the season with Alexis Bledel.
Who in real life was married to Pete Campbell.
Well, I hope he was nothing like Pete Campbell because she could do
I
a lot
hope so.
on that character.
Yeah, Pete Campbell on the show could never get in Alexis Bledel.
No,
That's
he was
Draper
just,
territory.
that's right. But I hope that is fodder for another episode because I would love to do a deep dive into Mad Men when I.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mentioned the Christmas episode. Did you
Yeah,
get up to that
I
yet?
yes, I did.
Yeah. Great, great scene with Joan and Dawn, right?
Yeah,
So sexy.
just Joan is amazing.
Ah, you
I know.
know, I've mentioned many times the all-time list and how it's laminated and
Up
how
there.
certain people are on it. She has cracked it open and ripped it up. If she were the
Wow,
only member of the all-time list,
that'd be okay.
that'd be fine with me. Yeah.
Amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
My only thing about Mad Men, I have to say, and when we do our episode, we'll discuss it, but Betty is no match for Don Draper. Why those
Oh,
ever got together, I don't know. She looks like his daughter too. They're not well matched at all.
you just said a million things that we can have an hour on right there. I will go skinny Betty, fat Betty. We will go all kinds of Betty.
Do you agree or disagree with my assessment?
I don't even want to get into it, man. There's a
Oh,
lot there, Isla. But yeah, by and large, yes. But I think it serves a very important purpose, and I
okay.
also think it's very fitting for the time in which the show is
Quite
set.
possibly. All right. All right.
Yeah.
But I have to. I know this isn't the time or place, but Fat Betty, that's an insult because if that's what fat was, come on. What
I
and did you
know.
notice they brought a double in to be her back when she gets out of the tub? Just
Oh yeah, bad,
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, that was a little insulting, but okay.
Yeah, I know. But I can't unhear something. Someone on like Instagram, like maybe 8 years ago or something, had like a supercut of the overweight Betty character stuff in Mad Men. and they had re-recorded the song Black Betty as "Whoa, Fat Betty, ram or lamb, whoa, Fat Betty," and I can't unhear. Every time I see that, I think that plays in my head. So, but yeah, so we'll get to that. I'm very excited. We very seldom know what we're going into next, but
I
Mad Men
know.
sounds rife.
Yeah, I should be done with it pretty soon because I can't stop watching it. So it's taken over my life.
I love it. I love it. I'll do a quick refresh and then we'll get on it. So, Gilmore Girls.
It's such a great show. It's a great prequel to Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which is, just one of the all-time best shows. I think that's a great show. Did you
Mm.
watch it?
I watched enough of it to know that it's good. I must admit I jumped out after season 1. I think I will get back if you ever want to do the show. I will give it its due.
Oh, I think, yeah. Just to see Tony Shalhoub in it, you're missing. You're missing out.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
so good. And Rachel Brosnahan is wonderful. Alec
Oh,
Borstein.
love her. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot there.
Mm.
And I think that the Palladino's voices are better in this show than in Gilmore Girls. I think that they're able to give different perspectives, where Gilmore Girls is really one point of view.
Mm. Oh, that sounds good. Great. I like that you jumped over bunheads.
I didn't watch it.
She played Kinky Boots. Uh,
That was fun.
yeah, yeah. She's with that actress is with Wolverine now.
Hugh Jackman, yeah, Sutton
Yeah,
Foster.
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's all I know him as. Cool. Well, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you
I
haven't,
did. So much fun.
yeah, if you haven't rewatched in a while, trust us, it's perfect winter rewatching.
Yeah, Netflix.
Netflix it up.
All
Okay, thank you, Isla.
right. Well, thank you.